Hey, fellas. Okay, the commission's back. I know I've been out for a while, but man, I've been busy traveling and just a lot of stuff going on. But things have obviously changed to some degree as far as standings, but we still have pretty much the same teams that I left off with on my last summary, which has been now about 3 or 4 weeks. Those same teams are still pretty much trending to the top. We're seeing a couple of teams that are starting to pick it up a little bit, and I'll go over them. So what I'm going to do, since it has been a while, I'm just going to kind of go over the standings, where we are, like say who's kind of hot right now and who's picking it up, and then whoever is at the bottom will, what you just gets no love today. But anyway, last time I did a summary, we had a couple of undefeateds just for fun. Don Mega, they both lost some time ago. We have just for fun and Don Mega now both at 5-2. Look like they've lost a couple of games here over the last 3 or 4 weeks, but they're still scoring points. So that's the key, is that we're going to lose some games along the way, but if you keep scoring while you're losing, then you're doing well. So right now we're looking at Don Mega. Actually, the Eagles have the overall point leadership. The Eagles are now at 3-4, so they're definitely still in the race to get a top three spot, but are in strong command of a wild card spot. So for those teams looking for wild card positions that look like they may not finish in the top three spot, they definitely want to get the Eagles up out of there, because they're going to automatically lock in a wild card if they stay in the bottom or stay outside of the top three spots in that division. So right now in the NFC, you got Just for Fun and Superfly, who's doing well as well point wise and record wise. They're tied at the top at 5-2, and then we have Real Deal. Real Deal is one of the teams that's starting to pick it up. They're starting to get some contributions. I forgot who it was on this team that's getting hot, but it has something to do with Jordy Nelson in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers finally picked it up, so starting to play well. Reggie Wayne's been having a good season. I think Forte looks like he's kind of picked it up a little bit as well. So, like I said, Real Deal starting to see a little swing to the positive side here of late, and they've won three in a row as a result. So at 4-3, there's a three-way tie actually for third position between Real Deal, Clyde, and Crushers. And they're all pretty close with points. Real Deal is up by about 30, 35 over Clyde, and then Clyde is up a few over Crusher. So, one big game can swing that whole situation in 1 week. Then you have the Eagles and the Gangsters at 3-4. So that division is very close. From top to bottom, you're only separated by 2 games. So still 6 games to go. A lot of things can change. Over in the AFC, Don Mega and the boys are at the top. Don Mega is right behind the Eagles at 525 points for the number 2 spot in overall scoring. And Just for Fun is actually number 3 at 512. So we have now somebody played. Don Mega actually played on Thursday. He had a good game from Doug Martin. So actually, he may be in third or fourth place if you take away Doug Martin's points. But either way, those 4 teams, the boys, Don Mega, Just for Fun, and the Eagles, are have a little separation between them and the rest of the league, and then you get to that middle group that I mentioned with Real Deal and Clyde and No Limit. No Limit starting to come on as well. Aaron Rodgers is finally getting hot, so that's serving him well. Arian Foster is doing well. So he lost Maureen Jones-Drew. I don't know if he got Rashard Jennings or not, but that's going to be a big blow. And Andre Johnson has kind of been up and down all year, so he still needs to get another player in there contributing. But No Limit is making a little run here, looks like, to get back in the mix. So we have Don Mega and the boys at 5-2 on top of the AFC division. Then we have No Limit and Bomb Squad at 3-4, and then Bet Your Money and Cheddar Wizzies at 2-5, and Killer Bees at 1-6, and apparently heading for a top 1, 2, or 3 pick in the draft next year. So, like, still a lot of things can change, but we are starting to see trend here between those top 4 teams and then those middle 3 or 4, and then the bottom. So it's starting to shape up as to kind of who we know is going to be in the running here for playoff positions. So anyway, that's the summary. I'm gonna try to get back on it here. Moving forward, I'll post the mid-year individual position leaders. Maybe do it this week. I'm heading down to San Diego for a conference here for a few days, so if I get some downtime, I'll post those. And otherwise, that's where we are. So any questions as usual, give me a call. Otherwise, good luck in week 8, and we'll talk soon. Later.